faster, makes us stronger more than ever. After our work is never over. Working harder, make you better. Do it faster, makes us stronger more than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over.
What's boppin', kids and cats? It's Chillin' with Dylan. Today is Tuesday, February 16th. Now let's get right into things. First off, I hope you all had a great President's Day. It's going to be a short week for us, but plenty is going on. Snow coming is this week. Today, as you can see, is Tacky Tourist Day. And tomorrow will be Opposite/Twin Day. Next up, Throwback Thursday. And we end the week for dressing up for your future. Represent your college or military branch. This week is also Random Acts of Kindness Week. Think of things you can do for your fellow Bolts to show you care. For example, compliment their outfit, hold the door for them, or whatever else you can think of. Are you Beauty, like me, or Beast, like, well, we won't go there. But you can go and see Beauty and the Beast this Friday or Saturday in our TBHS auditorium. Here's more information in this week's feature. What's the most difficult part of doing a musical during COVID-19?
I would have to say the changing restrictions. We've had to rethink things many times to fall within restrictions.
All right. What are some of the issues you come across that you weren't really anticipating for this year?
Whether or not we could even have an audience, whether or not we could have our entire cast on stage, lots of logistics.
Of course, wearing masks while we're trying to dance and sing at the same time and not having all of the air, that was one of our biggest. That and the possibility of not being able to have a live audience for a musical. To laugh and clap and help give energy to our actors.
How different would this show be if, COVID wasn't an issue?
The directors wouldn't be quite as stressed. That's probably the biggest difference.
What's your favorite thing about musicals?
It's got to be the creativity, the things that we get to create, the magic, the costumes, everything, just seeing that vision happen.
Watching the kids take all the direction that we've given them from choreography to music to blocking, and then taking it and making it their own and letting the magic just happen on stage.
What's it like teaching the kids the music, the songs and all that such for this play?
A lot of them they knew coming in, or at least knew that we're familiar with the melodies and stuff, and I've just had to kind of record some extra things for them to work on their own. They do a lot of it on their own.
And then how has choreography changed due to COVID and so on?
Wearing that mask and then having to lift girls and run and jump and sing and still try to get your breath and be able to sound like you haven't been running a huge race and trying to dance and look professional and beautiful while that mask is on your face.
So what's different about performing during COVID?
Not a lot. We just have to wear masks while we practice.
What do you like about Beauty and the Beast, this show?
Oh, I really like, the magical aspect of Disney. That applies to really everything, Yeah, I really like the music. The music's always catchy. I'm a big fan of all that stuff. I do like playing Lumiere. I definitely feel like he's a really good character to play because he's really funny along with Cogsworth and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really nice experience overall.
It's a really great opportunity to perform and be able to do my first musical.
Why do you perform in musicals?
Because you get to be someone completely different than yourself for like 3 months out of the year.
It's really just something that I've always enjoyed doing ever since I first started in 7th grade. I've always really liked acting like somebody else. I've always liked singing, so I just like how, you take those two together and you make something really great.
What's your favorite scene?
Probably the opening scene, because I get to run across the whole entire auditorium.
The wolf scene, the second wolf scene where one of the wolves jumps onto the beast.
The beginning when we put the huge cart just for bread.
If you're now inspired to be in a theater production, auditions for the Video Game Palooza will be held next week. And our school's got some amazing students. Our staff and student council agree. Let's check out this week's Sparks and Peers.
Hey TBHS, we're the Spark Sisters presenting you the Sparks of the Week. First we have freshman Cougar Mager, sophomore Brooke Denham, junior Ryan Jordan, and senior Alexis Groves.
And now on to Pure Electricity.
First we have freshman Blaze Burrow,
Sophomore Saber Sessions,
junior Alex Michael,
senior Oscar Martinez,
and staff member and sanitizer Jackie Morgan.
Bye.
Now that you've seen we have some amazing kids and teachers, maybe that'll inspire you to nominate your favorite teacher for Teacher of the Year. Go to the school district's website and be quick. Last day to nominate is Thursday. This year is like no other, as you'll see in the 2021 yearbook. Here's why you should order one.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
What? You didn't buy a yearbook. Never mind.
Seniors, the deadline is upon us for scholarship applications. Get them into the guidance office by 4 p.m. Thursday. I will repeat that. 4 p.m. Thursday. No exceptions. Now, that's all for me. There's lots of sports this week, though. Here's what you can look forward to in this week's Sports Cap.
Good afternoon, Bolts. I'm Luke Tracy with this week's Sports Cap. The TBHS wrestling team ended the regular season with a 42-27 loss to Sheridan on the road Friday night. The Bolts also wrestled against Green River Friday, beating the Wolves 61-18. They return to the mat for the regional tournament Friday and will take on Campbell County and the Bronx in Sheridan. The indoor track team hosted Worland and Pine Bluffs for the last state qualifying meet for the regular season this Saturday. The Bolts team won 12 events on the day, while the girls team won 9. State will be in 2 weeks. On to high school hockey. After the 2-sweep game of Casper last weekend, the Grizzly finished the regular season with an 18-1 and clinched the number 1 seed in the state tournament at the end of this month. In basketball, the number 1 ranked TBHS girls team raised their win streak to 14 games with a 72-64 win over the Cheyenne East on the road Friday night, and a 43-35 win over Cheyenne Central on the road Saturday afternoon. The Bolts boys basketball team let one slip away, dropping a tough game against Cheyenne East 65-51 on the road Friday night. Then they dropped the second game of the weekend, losing to Cheyenne Central 64-60 on the road Saturday afternoon. Both the girls and boys basketball teams will have their senior night on Friday against Kelly Walsh before traveling to Sheridan to play the Bronx on Saturday. Coming out of their conference meet, 5 swimmers and 1 diver have qualified for state this coming weekend in Laramie. There will be a mandatory girls softball meeting March 1st at 7 a.m. in the film room. The Student Council Blizzard Dodgeball Tournament is coming up this March. The fee is $60 and you can have 6 to 8 people on your team. That's all I've got. Have a great week, Bolts.
Thanks for watching. For more information, check out the Rumble.